So that's how I was on my own. Woke up from sleep, and then one of you made the screenshots that it will not be better for me. Why? Simply because I said that some of you might be shooting empty gun when you're doing withdrawal period. And then you now went to go and try and then see how the whole thing works. And you ended up with how many pregnancies? How many? 3, I be 2. I don't even know. When it comes to withdrawal period, it is one of the most unreliable methods of contraception. If you are planning to prevent pregnancy and withdrawal method is the method you are using, my dear, you are playing with fire. Simply because it has a failure rate of about 20%. It means that if there are 5 people depending on withdrawal method, 1 person will get pregnant. First of all, let me show you how withdrawal method works. When it comes to getting pregnant, the woman releases eggs once every cycle. The eggs can live for at least 24 to 48 hours, or between 24 to 48 hours. After 48 hours and that egg is dead, what happens is the walls of this thing now start shedding, and then you now see periods to prepare for the next cycle. Sperm, on the other hand, can live up to 5 days inside the genital tract. So if you now have sex on a Thursday and the woman is supposed to release eggs on Friday, the sperm can stay there for as long as before. I'm just waiting for the egg to come out. Once the egg comes out, conception, people will start preparing naming ceremony. Withdrawal method, how can it feel? First of all, some of you get the timing wrong. I know in your mind, you're a don of withdrawal method. They know they catch you inside withdrawal method. You now say, I will time it. As long as it looks like, it's about to come out, you pull out. Some of you get the timing wrong. Some of you have not trained yourselves well, and then you're still relying on that withdrawal method. Number 2, if there is sperm deposited on the vulva, on the surface, in the process of removing your rod, it can lead to pregnancy, because once it gets into the tract, it will find its way to the promised land. Number 3, how many of you know what precum is? That's very small fluid that happens just before you're about to, banye. In some studies, it has been shown that that particular fluid can contain sperm cells. You now insert it without condom, and then where is it going? It's going to the promised land. If you want to practice the withdrawal method, make sure that the woman or you yourself understand the female cycle. The female cycle runs between 28 to 35 days. I hope you know that the first day of the period, the first day the woman starts seeing a period, is day 1 of her menstrual cycle. Now, ovulation, which is the release of the egg, happens on usually, I'm not saying your own must happen on day 14, but usually happens around the middle of the cycle, which for some people who have 28-day cycles is day 14. Now, like I said, 28 to 48 hours. So if day 14 egg has been released and you have sex on day 13, day 12, it can lead to pregnancy. So those are what we call the family planning method using the calendar. And this method is not really safe like that. Now, some of the disadvantages of the pull-out method is, first of all, let us state the obvious. It does not offer protection from sexually transmitted diseases. Of course, you're diving skin dive, raw. Yeah, Michael Phelps, you're just swimming inside monkey waters. You are not sure, especially if that person is not your regular partner. Number 2, sex is stressful. Instead of you to now enjoy the thing, you're just timing yourself to know when you're going to pull out. Number 3, it places the risk of the pregnancy on, because it's not you that will get pregnant, it's the other person. So, my dear, if the Emeka is already telling you that you should allow him to use pull-out method, tell him to hold his ear and go and use more reliable forms of contraception. But if you must, please do not do it around the time of ovulation. So your woman has to know when she's ovulating. You need to also be aware of that time. Any, rough and tumble during that particular period has higher chances of leading to pregnancy. Then, always have your condom. Or look for a more reliable method of contraception. And for you to do that, talk to your doctor to give you one of the ways that suits you. Don't go and use your neighbor's own and say that that's the one that will work for you. So Emeka that is blaming me for the pregnancies of his 2 or 4 girlfriends, Emeka, that's your problem. It's you. You made that choice by yourself to have sex without any form of contraception or protection. That is your responsibility. Go and start preparing for naming ceremony. But if you want to learn more, this particular type of education is sweetening your belly, just subscribe, comment, like this video so that more people can see it. Don't be selfish with information. Share it to people near you. And I'll see you in the next one. And if anybody tell me that it's not be better for me again, me and you will enter boxing ring.